the high level of the game, John can do so much just by rinsing 6-6P and then seeing what you do. It's like, how scared are you of this mid?
Yeah.
You know? It looks like R.E.V.'s currently hovering over the Shun-D. I'm not familiar with R.E.V. as a player, but always exciting to see Shun-D, of course. You know, something I like about the character is you can kind of see whether or not someone is prioritizing. It doesn't look like we're getting the Shun-D anyway, but I'm going to finish that thought regardless. When we see some Shun later, which we will, I like to see, you know, how much do people optimize around maximizing drink stacks and how much do they do damage. But it looks like we are getting the Pi versus the Brad.
That was the
okay, right.
Oh,
so we had the players switched around. So R.E.V. is on the Pi Chan and Raz, of course, on the Brad. So as you said, you're expecting this to be quite high tempo out of Brad Burns. But Pi, in this version of VF5, very, very strong.
Yeah, and kind of benefits from some of that as well. Obviously, she's got a nice moveset of parries and sideward movement that can take advantage of a linear Brad. So we can see what will happen there.
Nice counter hit launch there from Raz. Doesn't get the clinch, but just gets a regular throw afterwards. And you saw there, that's something that's so key, of course, to Virtua Fighter 5 is whether or not you're doing throw OS while guarding. R.E.V. was not in that situation or just had the wrong read because, of course, if you're not familiar, Virtua Fighter has directional throw break.
Does indeed, and yeah, sometimes Raz might be putting something like that just to go, do you know? Can I do the next thing?
Yeah, do you know, or like, what are you guessing? And I think sometimes, honestly, you can build an entire game plan around just switching up regular throw directions. Nice big launch there, and like you said, the pace of Brad gets the launch there on the wall, big damage. What's the Oki? Gets the guard break, and that's a quick game one.
I promised Justin we would run on time today. Raz is helping us meet that contract, I think. So yeah, good to see. But yeah, I mean, R.E.V. as well has played, is a Tekken player, I think, predominantly, but does play a bit of Virtua Fighter, has turned up to battle in the South and things, so has the experience. Yeah, just need to see them warm up a little bit. Starting first game on stream's never going to be comfortable either.
No, and there we go. We see that side hit there from Brad. So many strings Brad has gave him the option to get around to your side. And again, just a little tidbit if you're not as familiar with Virtua Fighter. If you get hit on the side, it is actually more disadvantageous. Frame data gets amplified when you get hit on that angle.
It's very scary. You end up just blocking and hoping for hoping for the end of the tunnel sometimes. Yeah.
We saw Raz got the clean hit there, didn't get the break, but didn't matter. Quick rounds, and it looks like Raz is looking to close this up very, very early.
Yeah, let's see.
Side step into a big knee. We might ring out here, of course. This stage switches between rounds.
R.E.V. with the get off knee there as well, that low to high that you see with Pi's kicks.
Okay, good duck there. Read the punch that time, got the side step. Clean little throw here. Can R.E.V. tidy it up?
I saw the plan there, though. It was like, yeah, let me.
So you would have to imagine, obviously, not only because of Marley's experience, but purely on a character basis, this has to favor Marley.
It is bold to go up against Marley with Marley's character. No disrespect here to her team, but that is quite a bit of pressure to put on themselves.
Yeah, nice Superman punch there from Marley. And of course, again, if you are relatively new to Virtua Fighter, Vanessa, a very interesting character, has both offensive and defensive stances. So her moves change between the two. I believe that kind of hunts down one there, that's assault stance.
It is indeed, yeah. When you're seeing that head bob up and down, that's sort of their special ability that gives them access to both their movesets. They kind of have every move, which sounds like a big advantage, but it's a little clunky to switch between two. So you do commit to one for a little while, get a knockdown, think about what you're going to do next quite often.
Yeah, no, and a quick round two there from Marley, making this look very, very comfortable. Again, like we said, a very experienced Vanessa player, but Hurt obviously no slouch, gets a throw here. Armbar. What do we got? Backs up a little bit, tries for the plus frames with the Superman, but counter hit launch there from Marley as well. Gets the tackle, and incorrect guess on the break there from Hurt. Nice overhead.
Always feels quite terrifying to be on the ground against Vanessa as well.
Shoves out the air option. Now Hurt can do this, but has a little bit of a health deficit to make up. Not gonna do it, however. Marley J closing out game one.
Will we see a character change is the question.
On the battlefield, you'd be dead.
On the battlefield, you'd be dead. Strong words indeed. So we are getting a stage change here, and just, yeah, absolutely. Stage changes do have to be random, of course. This is under official rulings as part of the VFOC.
I don't know if going to a 10x10 full fence against Marley is any better, to be fair. Like you saw, there was a lot of travel there. No ring outs, but like a lot of travel, so.
Yeah, nice. We are going to the wall now, and again, Vanessa, like many a character who has quite an aggressive playstyle, very, very scary in that position.
There it is.
Marley may not need too much of the wall, though. Quick cleanup on round 1.
Round 2. Ready?
It's hard to say what Hertia needs to do to pull this out at the moment. I think, yeah,
nice. That's a good start.
One of the best animations that cut away, I feel, you know, that ground impact.
And I think, honestly, that may be what Hertia needs to do. Obviously, Marley is going to be very familiar with his own character, but like the throw game in a lot of situations can be a great equalizer to gap experience.
No, very much so. I mean, I guess is a guess at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one of my favorite quotes I ever heard from a friend of mine was, you know, you can be the best player in the world. A coin flip is a coin flip.
Although I think a lot of Virtua Fighter people would disagree, but I am an expert at coin flips.
Yeah,
I can get 10 heads in a row, you see.
Okay, nice break there by Marley. Almost got side thrown. And again, that is such a dangerous situation. When you get turned sideways, you are very prone to being thrown. But there we go. Hertia gets around on the board. And we saw, heard a little bit of a pop-off from some friends in the crowd here. Okay. Marley wasn't happy about that.
Once again, seeking the walls.
Tackle. And the thing that makes tackle so scary at the wall especially is you're looking out for guard break options, or staggers rather, at the wall. And that makes you you know, one of the stages ever so lovingly referred to as the taco stage.
The red taco or the wood taco quite often as well, yeah.
But here we go. So obviously very close walls for the starting default position, but you see both ends of the stage here completely open. Ring outs are very possible. So quite volatile, the taco stage.
And two characters that are runaway trains when it comes to going wall to wall, so benefits both of them in different ways here. So we'll see what they do about that.
But you saw there a beautiful break on the mounted grab from JNS, and now putting the pressure on Marley. Death by 1,000 cuts, and finds the first round.
One thing Marley likes to do is talk about boxing, this idea, right, of sort of testing out how does the person stand up against my jab, and how do they react. You can see he's feeling them out at the moment. This might be a little bit of a warm-up, but boxing against a kickboxer is always going to work in their favor a little bit.
Yeah, you saw the excellent there from Marley, returning fire immediately, and to your point, has sort of downloaded a lot of information off that first round about how JNS wants to approach the neutral. Good block on the low string there. All right, big throw. Taking the grounded hit as well. Wake-up kick from JNS. Has to be careful with that. Obviously, if you are a little overzealous with wake-up options, there are excellent ways to counter and punish that, and I believe Vanessa has quite a few.
Oh, yeah. Going for the backdash there, which has not worked in Marley's favour, but that's the risk in there.
Okay, and again, it seems to be a lot of back and forth here. Both players learning a lot about each other in this feeling out process. Big damage there off of the mid. Good, gets the grounded tech into the throw.
And there's that side turn that we're all terrified of again.
Oh, double sidestep there from JNS, but couldn't outrun the option from Marley. Marley takes game 1, but that was very, very competitive.
Yeah, signs of life. Double sidestep is a good thing to do against a Vanessa like this as well. You're expecting a couple of highs to come out, and that's a good way to deal with it.
I don't think JNS was expecting the full string commitment.
No, that's
and that was a big call out from Marley. You know, that is quite a risky option to commit to, especially when you can see that your first couple of hits haven't connected. But we are gonna get a random stage select here again. Obviously, not feeling the taco stage was JNS.
So the rules here are, if you want, you can go back to stage select, but you have to select random. And in Virtua Fighter, that does, you know, it's got to be done that way. There's such a great range of stages here, and they do vary how you're going to play very significantly. So here, for example, this is one of the largest stages, but is fully open, the 16x16 sumo stage. Long way to the edge, but there's a lot of temptation to take them there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you talked about characters who are very, very good at bringing you to that ring out. Brad, I think, kind of premier among them. So Marley will have to be careful here. Obviously, they're in the corner of the stage now, but stage positioning somewhat favors JNS. We are back in the center.
buster. Jaina says, I've got a bunker buster too there with the big elbow.
And you see the stance transitions there, a little bit of a quiet pop off from J-Ness, but firing back now is Marley. Nice sidestep, gets the launch. J-Ness now taking the damage, and this is obviously not only does Brad have quite a bit of carry, but a lot of damage as well.
You'll notice the secret third stance there from Marley of the lie down, aka the Inoki, trying to control the pace a little bit.
Okay, tried again for that sidestep elbow, but Marley had it caught out that time. Got the counter hit stagger, closes out that round. Tied up right now in game 2.
Big launch to begin. You can see this is going to heat up very fast, and it's a good match for this, where we're going to see two characters just get more and more nuclear, I think.
Nice sidestep there again from Marley. Good throw break there from J-Ness. Again, have to be so aware when they are side on. Gets the mount, and no correct guess there from J-Ness. Marley up in rounds now.
I think he's using this momentum to his favor as well, for sure.
Yeah, no, potential set point here from Marley. J-Ness, though, finds the big launch off the sidestep. And again, that sidestep elbow from Brad, such a present option. And obviously we saw Marley is aware of it, but you can't be correct every time.
No, and you saw he was leaning on that grounded stance for quite a bit there as well. I think he
big
suspects
knee for the launch, and J-Ness with a pixel left closes out the round. Can he tie up the set here?
Potentially one on the board here.
Gets the stagger, knockdown, big damage, carrying Marley to this corner. Okay.
The comeback sort of potential here as well from J-Ness. Not persuade at all.
Big damage and gets the tackle, and there we go. Correctly guesses does. Marley takes it 2 games straight, but a very competitive set. But Leon, quite an interesting character in this game. Has a lot of very annoying lows.
So this is the thing, is I think there's a certain mindset in Virtua Fighter where you are going mids versus throws rather than mids and lows like you are in other 3D games. Leon very much plays Virtua Fighter, but is a little antithetical in that he has you thinking about guard and low a lot more, and that's the trick with Leon. He gets you thinking about that so much that you have to break out of your normal ranks, out of your normal behavior, and if you do that, he starts crushing you with those mids, you know. So.
And we saw one there, kind of the back sway into the knockdown low. Again, just not a super common option you have to think about, but Magic Soup showing the power of that beautiful sidestep there, but excellent guard from Raz, doesn't get caught on the back. Nice. Magic Soup closing out the round there. Raz had a very powerful round 1, but again, this is just how volatile the game can be. The pendulum swings back and forth. Guard break now. Big damage here at the wall. Bad position to be in. Brad, a scary, scary character when you're against the wall.
Absolutely. If Leon can turn it around in the corner, though, you don't want to have 2 walls to your back with him either. So, yeah. But back into the center here, we've got both of them pushing. And Razman finishing off quite cleanly. But yeah, I think there's another good sign here of a Magic Soup wanting to give this back. That tempo change, like you can see, is if you get too keen, if you have 2 good rounds, that can completely flip on you.
Yeah, and you saw there a moment ago, Raz had a beautiful duck under a high from Leon, but steps around the big mid there and chokes him out for his trouble. Jump in low.
He is
Raz pulls out game 1. Yeah, this is something we've seen so far, from both of our Brad players thus far, is sometimes they just like doing big, massive call-outs.
Yeah.
Like just giant launchers. That again, that jumping knee from Brad has seemed to be a bit of a high success rate option. Again, you're so focused on the boxing, on the neutral game, that sometimes someone just throwing out a big haymaker will just blow you up completely. Caught Magic Soup, I think, trying to do a back sway there.
Yeah. And again, in the octagon, this is going to be a bit of a pressure cooker up against the Brad. They're very comfortable with lots of walls to go to, lots of... It doesn't matter if you can sidestep, you're still going to have something to your back.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Magic Soup's trying to make use of those walls for his own advantage, but after the little back and forth there, Raz got the knockdown, but Magic Soup trying to fight out. There's that knee once again. Now the guard break, the elbow. I think that's the round. It is, as the man himself would say. Welcome to the Brad Show.
Welcome to the Brad Show, indeed. Are we going to see a 1 on the right-hand side of the screen anytime in this pool? We'll have to keep open for it. But no, let's see Magic Soup. You can pick this up. It's easy to get 3 rounds back. It's only 45 seconds.
Nice sidestep there from
Here
Soup.
we go.
Okay, gets caught out. Wake up launcher from Razanov, and sometimes that's all you need to do.
That's it.
Nah, I'd swing, and Razanov takes it 2-0 again. Like you said, everyone's getting through this. Those who aren't aware, Jackie, when not blocking and not pressing any buttons, he actually has an auto high parry, which is very, very funny. But here we are. This is game 1 now. Mr. Mantis on the Jean, putting the beat down on the Jeffrey.
Still started exactly like he did in that first in the button check round as well. So
yeah, finds the first round there, does Mantis. So this is an interesting one. You have 1 wall and 3 open sides here on the square.
Don't see the wall get used all that often, oddly. It's,
no, a lot of people tend to just play for the ring out in this stage because, of course, it is 75% of your options.
Oh, very much so.
There we go, the headbutt with the knockdown. Big kick there for Stillmonic, plus frames.
Like I say, it doesn't take long for Jeffrey to get back up and running as well when he starts moving. He doesn't need too much of a life bar to finish the game off.
No, the big man hits hard, trying to poke his way in here, but Mantis just seems to have pretty solid defense here so far. Big string, gets the full animation there as well. Sidesteps the wake-up kick.
And again, blocking seems to be enough right now. He's not too nervous of any guard breaks, any throws, and I mean, against a Jeffrey, I'm terrified. I don't know, this is...
And who knows, maybe this is a bit of player knowledge, or maybe he's just currently still in that feeling out process, but for as much as he's kind of standing there and not really showing a lot of fear of those options, we didn't see Stillmonic try to enforce them. So I think that's very much the thing right now. After game 1, you have to imagine we're not going to see much of a change-up from Mr. Mantis unless we start to see that grab game come out from the Jeff.
Tell me you can deal with it, or I'm not doing anything different.
Absolutely. 6-6P whiff there. No punish, unfortunately, for Stillmonic. You have to be ready for those.
Yeah, and it does hang out there if you miss it. For sure.
Yeah, it is. It's quite active. Decent bit of recovery. Oh, big shoulder, and Cat chases the jump back there. I'm not actually sure what Mantis was looking for. Was that perhaps jumping a potential throw?
I think so. And again, it is that possibly getting into the bigger brain plays a bit too prematurely.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you scared me for a moment, so now I'm going to try and soul read you. But there we go. Excellent right back. Mr. Mantis doesn't want to let Stillmonic get any momentum here.
Cautious start there from both sides.
All right, commits to the charge. And that's the scary thing, right? If you think John is going to commit to full charge on that, you can interrupt. But of course, if they don't, they can let it rip early and interrupt you.
The charge it's got this aura to it, right? You're going, should I sidestep? Should I respond to this? Do I intercept? The temptation to intercept is too much for me, I have to say, unfortunately. But it's one of those things you can just freeze up because there's too many options in front of you.
And we saw a quick transition there. There was a little bit of a back and forth between the players. You always like to see that when people are friendly enough to actually be sharing information between rounds. But there we go, Mantis just doing strings, and there we go, 2-0. A quick game there for Mantis.
Once again, so I think that takes us probably to winners finals up here. We do still have a little bit of losers to play out, so I don't know if we're going to see some of that first.
But it looks like Mr. Mantis will be going on to play against JNS, I believe.
Yeah.
And it looks like Magic Soup is currently waiting for the winner of R.E.V.O, who is currently waiting for the winner of Hurt Dear Empress. So, I just know.
Yeah.
It's just like, how do you know? It's like, I just play this game a lot, you know? And it's like, that sounds terrifying, but really it's so fun. There we go. Marley actually bringing out the Eileen here. So, tell me a little bit about Marley's Eileen.
So yeah, Eileen, not really a meta pick for Marley because, like I say, he's been playing long enough that he's quite comfortable with a lot of characters. But yeah, Eileen did have a bit of a buff in recent ones. I think he's picked her as a counter pick here because of Brad's tendency to try to get low in things, and Eileen's low anyway. She's like, it's fine, I'm down here. I've already got some weird interactions with your character where, yeah, if you try to duck, I'm already down there. I can do my weird monkey stances and hops and things to get around it.
Yeah, no, that is an excellent point. Eileen, of course, does have a stance which can make her quite difficult to interact with. You saw it just there, the little shoulder. But as well, there are several notes. Because this game does have character size and weight, and those things are relevant, there are a lot of routes that actually just do not work on Eileen.
No, absolutely. And you saw a couple of odd interactions towards the end there as well that I think Marley was aware of. And that's going to be the challenge here, is how deep do you know new Eileen? How deep do you know this game?
Yeah, but conversely, obviously there are also routes that work specifically on Eileen and other smaller characters such as El Blaze. And in ways, those routes can often be more damaging than the ones that work on most of the cast.
It's the give and take, definitely. Is if you're lightweight and tall as well is especially a disadvantageous one. You can get juggled for a bit longer than anybody else.
I believe Sarah is in that boat.
Sarah and Vanessa, yeah, and Ali, I suppose, to a degree. But yeah.
Looking at this game here, back and forth, Raz ties up the round count here. We are in game 1 still, of course. And as we saw earlier, the taco stage, long walls on either side, but open ends on the stages as well. So wall game and ring outs, both very present in this here.
I do like how different it is, the length versus the width, because it's almost a bit of a conversation between the two players of, you can see I'm telling you that I want to take you to the edge. Or I'm telling you I want to take you to the
the way someone steps, especially depending on how close you are to either end, the way someone steps is very, very telling about what the game plan is. But there we go, Marley calls out the back up wall run there from Raz, and there we go, takes game 1. Are we going to get stage change here? I believe so. I don't think Raz wants to be on the taco.
When you get the chance for stage change, unless you're a couple of characters, you move away from taco.
Yeah, absolutely. Some characters like it very, very much. But it doesn't look like Raz cares for it, whether or not Brad may enjoy it. Now, this stage is very interesting. Similar to the training stage, it changes between rounds. So it is 4 full walls, non-breakable right now. But next round, those walls come down, and it is a slightly larger but fully open square.
Yeah, like you say, the important things there are not just the walls, but the size of the stage itself. The cage actually comes up a couple of feet in.
And it is interesting. You will see if people are optimizing to try and get the ring out, their routes may change because you have to make sure you get the additional carry. Sidestep elbow attempted there from Raz, gets the throw.
Yeah, like you say, one good round, you can't rinse and repeat that same start the next round, you know?
Yeah, no, because they will be looking out for it or something similar. But Marley looking to close up this pool.
Everyone hoping for an even match, I think. And like I say, Raz has done the work, so yeah, let's see what Brad can do here.
All right, now trying to fight out is Marley. Bit of a life lead here for Raz. He tried for a parry there, but nothing to find.
It is reasonable to try and check a low off an Eileen, to be fair, but it didn't work out for him that time.
Yeah, there we go. Clean little grounded low kick from Raz after the throw. Gets around on the board. Has to feel good about that again. Momentum is so important in this game. You need to shut down people's confidence. Raz trying to do that now.
I think telling a Brad that they have to slow down or change their tempo.
Is this a ring out? No, not quite.
Okay.
You saw Raz yet rolled in there to try and start moving away from that stage edge. So important to tech carefully when your back is to the wall, but
Raz a bit frozen here, I think. That's,
a couple of wake-up options in a row, just kept getting stuffed, and when you keep getting...
What do they call it? A battle in the south? I think it's called Bits. Which has been, we've had quite a few.
That's great, guys.
Absolutely. So
here
Curian here with the Vanessa, which I think we were expecting to see from Curian today.
Were we?
And then Solid Rose with Sarah.
I thought it was a Go player, right? The Dr. Curian. But no longer.
Has a go, but has been cooking up with Vanessa, I think,
How
just
about
going
that?
off the Discord conversations and things. So,
But he was complaining about this woman, right?
Yes. But yeah, two tall, very domineering characters here, Sarah and
Here we
Vanessa.
go. Yeah. But let's see how he deals with Sarah, because she's pretty strong nowadays.
Yeah.
With all the mix-ups and stuff.
And not too worried about what stance Vanessa's in or anything like that,
exactly.
you know?
Like she has a tool for everything.
Absolutely.
So let's see what happens.
Lots of
Oh,
stepping.
this might be it. Nope. Now you just be careful now.
Over the woodwork? No, not quite, not quite.
Nice block. So 2-0 for Solid Rose.
Yeah.
Go!
Oh.
This could be the first time we've seen a 1 on the right-hand side, depending on how Solid Rose plays this out, but yeah.
It hasn't happened yet, right?
No, I don't think so. It's the unlucky side.
It's a handicap, what can I say? For me too.
So yeah, if you get to rock, paper, scissors for size, go for it, go for it. Oh, big steps there from Fury, feeling confident.
Ready, go!
Switches into
Sure
offensive stance there. Sarah choosing to stay down, and in the current meta, staying down against a Vanessa is quite often the choice, isn't it? I mean, as much as she's got some scary stuff on the ground until she shows it.
I think in general you want to stay down unless the opponent shows you that they know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
To get that damage. 2-2 now.
Good manners from Kyrian hopping out there if you if you get the chance to hop out after you've won.
For sure. Vanessa's using the 4-4 kg shenanigan shit. Sarah should just hold the block button, to be honest.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. But not
Dr.
playing her
really
game.
picking up the pace. Bad guess.
There we go.
And that's
Excellent.
it. So that was rapid.
That's Virtua Fighter.
Absolutely. So yeah, Kyrian hanging on in winners. So could see them go through to. Oh, well, it will be a winner in semis now against Mr. Mord.
It's a taco stage.
Ah, okay.
The best in the game.
Ready, go!
We've yeah, I think these two characters on a tackle stage again going to be quite comfortable playing wall to wall against each other. If your back's there, it doesn't matter. One combo will get you to the other side.
It's a lot of free hits for the Vanessa there. And Sarah needs to be careful.
It feels like Kyrian's confidence is leaking out and it's freezing Solid Rose up a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
It also feels like he's doing a lot of things that Sarah's not used to, like the popping off with the evasive range shit, like this, you know.
Oh, very much.
But there we go.
Oh, and we're gonna.
Oh,
Just a little bit of safe play here to
Using
finish out. That was the right
That's
choice
nice.
from Solid Rose.
very good.
Sometimes block is all you gotta do, you know.
Yeah. Like in this situation, it would have been great to just block and see what's going on.
That was a
Like take
chunk off the life bar.
take a little bit of the tempo out of the game, make them risk themselves with some throws.
Yeah, pacing very important in
Yeah.
this game. Choosing the pace, trying to set the pace.
Getting into your opponent's head.
Oh, very much.
Like I think that's what Kyrian's doing pretty well here.
I think got blinded by the potential ring out there and got woke up kicked.
It's funny because we haven't seen any big wall combos yet. Yeah.
No. And again, Sarah has some great ones on this stage. I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah. And Vanessa too. Wow, that was nice.
Blocks the bunker
Ah, okay.
buster. Oh,
That's a neutral one. You can plus.
you're always in a throw guess against the Vanessa, no matter what situation you're in. Has been enjoying doing double taps on the Inoki stance as well, I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, he's using that. The Inoki stance is the one where she's on
the
floor.
floor, yeah.
You need to have those answers ready, right? If this is your first time seeing them, it's just gonna,
Yeah,
you know,
what-
get into your head. What am I gonna do?
What are my moves?
Yeah.
And I was one of those people. I've never
yeah,
played
yeah.
on PlayStation 5
No,
before.
me neither, me
so
neither.
yeah, that was an experience.
Is this a match?
So I
It is, huh?
think this isn't button check. Yeah, so we
Not
have.
button check.
No, it's not. So we have Shifty Skulls, also from Germany,
yeah.
versus Jester with the Jackie. So yeah, let's see.
Germany is representing.
There's a few. There's a few
crazy.
people here, so it's good to see.
Round two.
But yeah, and first Wolf on stream that we've seen as well. A few wrestling fans here tonight. I think we have got a few Wolves that we'll see coming up.
For sure. And of course, with Wolf, you have to be looking for the throws. Nearly all of them take about half your life. Always
Yeah.
nice. So you guess wrong, and that's it. You're pressured.
And he gets you thinking so much about that throw game, and then brings out the catch throw game, which
Yeah.
is a new throw
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
There's
Like you'll be
levels to it.
fuzzying, and then all of a sudden, no,
Not for you.
gonna grab you a little bit later.
But yeah, once again, Shifty Shorts finished 13th last year at VSFighting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
13th out of 60.
out of 104 last
Oh
year. Big show
wow!
last
So he
year.
knows how to play too.
So yeah,
Oh my God! Like this is what we're talking about.
When the F5s
there you
come
go.
out, that's,
And it's gone. Oh man!
doesn't take much. He only has to be right a couple of times, you know.
It's like all the Wolf players I know, they're complaining about the character, right? They're all saying, yeah, he's got too little tools. Like everybody got buffs in the last patch, and Wolf didn't get anything. But he has what he has. He has his throws. Like
Yeah.
it's constant mental pressure for the opponent. Like
It's a bit of a hot take, but I
Nice
think when
turkey.
you've got a throw-heavy character, that's always a tournament character. It doesn't matter how they play online.
Yeah.
They're always a viable character in tournament.
exactly. Like
And a bit on Jester here as well. Has entered a few Virtua Fighter tournaments in the past. Again, played at Manchester Battle Arena, so has finished first in the locals there before.
Nice,
so
nice.
good bits of local practice there, and also dabbles in the anime world as well, as a few people here do. So yeah, if you're used to playing anime games, you're used to always having pressure on, which
Really?
suits a Virtua Fighter.
So what's an anime game?
The anime games, so you know, you're thinking like your Guilty Gears, your Under Nights, and things like that.
Right.
When you get knocked down, you're already thinking, I'm going to get hit again.
Yeah.
Just like Virtua Fighter, where you're never out of thinking until the round is over. You are engaged, you know. But yeah, first we have the breadstick on the board on the right hand side. So Jester did get that game. So yeah, seeing potentially a more even match here.
Potentially. But up until now, Jackie's doing fine. Like
Hit with the packs out there, the Yomi read.
Oh, it's so close. Do a low, come on.
Where you see the box and yeah, who's going to do it first?
Round 2. Ready?
Round goes to Wolf.
I did see one comment from someone in Crossroads, can we have more 2P animations? Because we're going to see 2P a lot. So they were saying,
It's really the key, right? Like, how are they going to deal with 2P? Make it look a little bit better, cooler.
A little bit of variety, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Here we see it once again.
Wolf's doing well now.
Jester running away at the beginning, and Wolf can just claw it back with a couple of big moves.
What is Jackie gonna do? Oh, here we go. Giant swing. He didn't take it.
No, that's that.
Oh.
It's good practice, I find. You know, you have to try, don't you?
Yeah. It should be theoretically easier offline.
Yeah. But again, you have that four frames of.
Here we go. That's it.
And again, big giant swing to finish off there.
This is 1-1.
So that's our first 1-1 on stream. So we're starting to see the matches even out a little bit.
Exactly. Like the level is getting closer.
Jackie's
But
like,
Jackie won't
here's a
have
rush,
it.
here's a string. Up you go.
You're not throwing me again, you.
Well, I suppose that works in Jackie's favor again, doesn't it? He does like to press buttons, and pressing buttons helps against throws. So
Exactly. So theoretically, it should be a great matchup. And here we go, first round for Jackie. At the same time, you know, Wolf players have to be patient.
not very much. And that's the thing. Is when I say it's a tournament viable character, it's because you're setting up that mind game of I'm making you want to block, and I'm making you get thrown.
And the thing is that everybody knows what Wolf's gonna do, right?
Yeah,
like it's always gonna be one of two things, like the big kick or the big throws. And so
there was a great video about 10 years ago by Zast. Did you see that? Where he goes into the mathematics of these are the scariest moves Wolf has. So these are the moves that you need to think about. But because I know you're thinking about them, this is what I'm thinking.
Wow, I haven't seen it, but I would love to see it.
Oh yeah,
that's Virtua Fighter in the end, right? You have your basic mix-ups, but then you get the mix-up within the mix-up within the mix-up, and it just becomes mind games all the way down.
Finishing it off in one move there. Wolf does not need combos. He's got combos, but he doesn't always need them.
Here we go.
Great example there.
Here we go. One more hit and Wolf ties it.
Yeah, once you see a life bar go past the halfway line against Wolf, you're in the danger zone.
It's in the danger zone, exactly.
Jackie responding with a bunch of lows there, trying to finish things off quickly.
Oh, Jackie doing well.
Doesn't convert.
Oh, 2-2.
2-2.
Beautiful.
True game point. Again, our first game point.
I have no idea who's taking this, to be honest.
No, it's been close.
Nice elbow pressure.
He is trying to see what's the response to the elbow.
Oh, man. Wolf just staying passive. He has no idea.
Oh,
and it's over.
There we go.
Beautiful finish.
Wolf too calm at the end.
Yeah. You gotta find that perfect balance between rabbit craziness and use it that way. But maybe I just don't play enough. But here we go.
So here's Rain's Leon.
Jester against Rain. The number 2 seed is currently losing. Let's see if we can do better. Oh no, it's almost the perfect.
Jester. Warmed up from that last match, I'm guessing.
Go!
See if Rain can pull it back. There we go. Annoying lows with Leon.
Annoying
There we
lows.
go.
Yeah, Leon, once you're thinking about them, and once you're thinking about them, you can't stop thinking of them.
No, exactly. I saw, I think somebody posted a nice method of training to duck lows on reaction, and it was by pasting a little piece of paper over the torso. So you can see when the head disappears and you start scratching. Wow, this might be excellent. No, it isn't. Jackie gets to keep his honor. Oh, but he loses it.
So it hurts when you hear excellence in there. Yeah, big Sensuko start up there.
Oh, no punishment. Well, a little bit of punishment. Nice elbow.
Just sticking to the same game I've seen as well. Just you're gonna get the elbow. We're not changing the game plan.
And Rain taking it confidently.
Yeah.
It's just you can be warmed up, but you're warmed up against the character, against the player, right? If somebody plays against you, just changes everything up. It can make things more complicated.
Oh, that's true. And
seems to be the case here.
Little bit of a Yomi read. We like to see it. Whenever you see that Wing Chun Paksao hands from Jackie, that means he knew you were going for a high, which is cool.
It is.
Knockout.
But Leon doesn't care.
Desperate. No.
Round 2.
Leon plays Leon's game, I think.
Yeah.
So, double backdashes at the start there, though, so they're both a bit afraid of each other.
It's just, you don't want to take the risk right around the start, because you might get hit by some perfect read from your opponent, lose half your life, and then it's an uphill battle from there. Better just to take it easy, make it safe.
Oh yeah, all it takes is one side kick though, and you don't want to do it anymore.
Exactly. But depending on who you're playing against, right? Against Blaze, it's not as scary as against Lao, but focus on that.
So let's see if Jessa can get something on the board here.
Oh no!
Oh, blocked it. No punish.
Rain capitalized it perfectly. And he's using that stand switch to get into Oki, right?
It's nice.
Yeah. And that was it.
Good way to kill frames, get ready, observe what the opponent's doing, how they're getting out.
Exactly, and put on the pressure. Like
So,
you see him going for it. You have to stay on the.
You go the full distance across the screen.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, something that's so, I guess, distinct about Leon is, of course, the fact that low game is so much more present than it typically is for other characters. But strong opener there with the launch, and Rain now trying to push Dr. Kurian into the wall. Nice throw break there from Kurian, not letting the pressure build up.
And like we say, Kurian once again back on the Vanessa, so has a well-known go. But yeah, this Vanessa has been showing up in this tournament so far.
Okay, clean throw there now. What do we see on Wake Up? Chooses to jump back, so that's something you will see as a common option. A lot of people, I think, because of how low Kurian's health was, typically speaking, people will like to stand next to you during the Wake Up to guard the Wake Up kick, you know, try and do it on reaction. However, I think with Kurian being so low, was a little afraid to commit to that, chose to jump back to avoid it potentially. But Rain still closed out round 1 and is now working with the life lead so far, but very back and forth.
Yeah, has been. And like I said, both very strong players, and you see that in that kind of defensive play that doesn't come out a lot in WWE. We're seeing some ARM movement there, styling with the backward step.
All right, nice. That little backswing low is such an irritating tool. Again, we talked about like how good Leon can be for different reasons. Look at the wall damage now, and the jab to close it out. The excellent there from Rain, taking round 3. A lot of back and forth here. Stance switches from Dr. Kurian, perhaps trying to mix up what the opener is. Gets the Superman punch there and will carry Rain towards the wall here. This, obviously, it looks a little odd because one of the walls is different than the others, but this is a traditional, solid wall stage.
Solid walls, medium size, unbreakable. Also, small size, sorry. It's a smaller stage, but and yeah, unbreakable walls on this one.
Yeah, no, and unbreakable walls are like so scary because obviously breakable walls, they do represent the potential for ring out opportunities, but unbreakable walls almost in my mind are more scary because if you get staggered next to the wall, it's so difficult to break out of that stagger before you get wall splatted.
Yeah.
And almost every character in the game can do astronomical damage.
You see a Leon hitting you with 2 wall combos like that, and you go, oh, I don't want to ever be in that corner again.
No, absolutely not. And it's like you have to play so afraid of it. But again, people can use that to their advantage. Now, this is an interesting one. I believe this is the first short wall stage we've had. So this only comes up to about ankle height realistically. But it actually can be surprisingly present. This will stop ring outs in weird situations.
A lot of the veterans are a bit mixed of the opinions on these stages, because it can help with ring outs, but it can also hinder with ring outs. There's an odd interaction at that wall where certain things just don't work the same.
Yeah, no, there's certain knockback you can get where your character's upper back will almost hit the top of the ankle wall, and they will actually go into an animation where they'll fall backwards over it in a situation where you normally actually would have landed flat on the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
But likewise, there are lots of things which have pushback that don't launch very high, which ankle walls completely nullify. But not really been too relevant so far. 1 round apiece right now.
Yeah, but I think Kyrian is picking up some of that pace again, still sticking with the Vanessa. Again, patient start there, just fishing for something.
Nice sidestep there from Kyrian. But the slide under from Rain, again, a unique throw there for Leon, able to kind of just go to your back. Not a lot of characters can do that so quickly. And now, 1 round away for Rain potentially from taking this set.
Now putting through into the final bracket. But yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more from Kyrian's Vanessa though. It's a new experience, but I think there's some potential here from what we've seen earlier in the tournament. Just needs to be brave against a Leon, which not always easy to do. They are in assault stance now though, so they have plans.
Okay, just chipping away at the lows here, and again, this is something that Leon is so good at, and that will be it for Rain. 2 games to 0. But again, Leon, not only does he have that present low game, which isn't particularly
what options you can cover. The issue Leifei has is if the opponent is also aware of that, then you're back in that guessing game, because now your opponent knows that you know, and then how do you both play around that? Are we in?
Yeah, I think this might be one check. No, it is indeed the game 1 here, Median versus V.E.V.O on the Vanessa. So this is an interesting one. Obviously, we mentioned Vanessa has both the assault and defense stance, much more manual switch than Leifei, but bad positioning here. How do you find Leifei does into Vanessa, generally speaking, on a character level, not in terms of the players?
So Vanessa is actually quite good at punishing Leifei for being stuck in the stance where he can't defend himself. Her primary launchers in offensive assault stance are kicks and knees, which she has a bit more trouble to back in, and she can get a huge launch. The downside is Vanessa's quite a light character with a really big hitbox.
Yeah.
So Leifei can get some quite explosive combos against her.
Yeah, that was something that came up earlier. Light and tall is a really bad combo in this game, just because of how many more options characters have against light weights. But big round here from V.E.V.O now, putting the pressure on. Median struggling to kind of find his footing. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Here's some of the party options you were referring to. Again, Leifei's string game, if you're not ready for the matchup, can be quite oppressive.
Yeah, and if you get caught in it, it can be quite hard to get out. He's also applying quite a lot of wall pressure there. He's been able to push people back to the wall in that round. And Leifei's main strength, I'd say, as a character is if your back is to the wall and he's fighting you, he's very, very strong.
Yeah, and that's something we see a lot, even at like high level. If you watch a lot of the top Japanese players, if Leifei has your back to the wall, even the best player in the world is going to struggle to get out of that position. Okay, full charge on the fist there. And again, Median has to be careful with that, because that is quite a steppable option. It is obviously very telegraphed with the animation. Yeah. Can he choose to cancel that? I am actually not aware.
He can't cancel it. He can let it go early, which does change the time.
So that's the mix-up, really.
Yeah.
If he holds the charge, you step early, and then he lets it rip. Does he autocorrect? Does he follow you after the
can do if you push a button. We call it VF tracking. So sometimes if you push a button too early and the move is slower, you can't evade it again because you've already evaded, and then it becomes tracking because you've done something. So you have to be quite careful playing around it.
In a similar vein, we've seen people a couple times now go for that backsway charge kick on the Vanessa. It has been very successful thus far, catching whatever Median's options are. Good defense there from Median, just happy to block the jab pressure, gets the throw, duck, and finds the 2P there as well. A bit of stance dancing, happy to kind of shut down this momentum from V.E.V.O.
He's got a bit of chance to apply his offense there, but V.E.V.O's fighting right out of it. He doesn't give him much of a chance to apply his Leifei stuff. And that's the key. Don't let Leifei party. If you do, you're in trouble.
And now I think we're seeing a bit of that beautiful stance transitions there, and we kind of saw him go back and forth between the same offensive stance. It looked like people was quite afraid. We actually saw him ducking quite a lot. He does lay in certain stances. What's the low people was afraid of?
In some stances, he's got lows that call stagger. It essentially leads into a combo. And in some stances, he's got really strong high options as well. So ducking can cover both, but then you're worrying about the mids.
Yeah, beautiful momentum there from Median, though, quickly tying up the set, 1 game apiece. And that was the complete opposite of game 1 there. That was all Median. And like you said, a lot of that just seemed to be Median found the gaps where, you know, the awareness wasn't there for how to shut down those Lei strings. I'm curious why perhaps we haven't seen a bit more of the assault stance tackle out of V.S.F. That is obviously a big part of Vanessa's game, but hasn't really been able to get that going.
Yeah, at the moment he's in defensive stance. I'm not seeing so many sabakas from him right now, so that's something you can do is use to slow Lei down. But he's just applying his offense through positive frames, which is strong. But Median just closes it out there with the sweep.
Yeah, no, and it's kind of interesting. A lot of I've seen this a fair bit today. A lot of VF players really seem to like to kind of there's a bit of stimming between rounds. They get the round and they're doing a lot of stance dancing around, kind of just making sure that their fingers are warm for the transition, I would imagine. Nice interrupt there from V.S.F. Gets the throw as well. And that's something we saw earlier. When you are knocked sideways, it's actually very difficult to defend yourself because you have to adjust to guard, but also you're quite prone to additional damage from that side throw.
Yeah. And the frame data changes as well, so it's like it's a real knowledge check once you get side turn.
Yeah, because everything on hit and block is actually more. It's more plus if it hits you on side on. That is amplified again on back turn, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So
I think just checking. Yes, it is first to 2. So that is Median.
He does close it out. Yeah, let's see how this one goes. Sarah, really oppressive if she gets you into that flamingo stance. Akira's just oppressive all around anyway to push the right buttons.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, for the longest time in previous iterations of VF5, Akira was kind of universally lauded as, you know, the best character in the game. Is that still the prevailing feeling, or do you think he has a bit of competition?
That's the feeling I'm getting right now with this version. In the previous version, I feel like he had a bit of competition, but the recent changes with evade cancel being weakened, it makes his fast mids stronger once again. So I feel like he's sitting at the top of the list at the moment.
All right, but here we see King of Bamboo as firmly in the driver's seat, took round 1 very quickly, and again, even quicker here with round 2. And like you said, something that Sarah rather, is so good at once she gets Flamingo going, but just in general, her long-range pokes are very, very powerful. Some of the longest legs in the game.
Yeah, and if Akira does have one weakness, is that he's not the strongest at range. So if Sarah can keep him there, she might be able to have a good fight.
Yeah, no, Wireman had a rough time there game 1, a very quick game 1 in favor of King of Bamboo. What, obviously, you said Akira struggles at that range. What can Wireman do here to kind of bridge that gap?
Well, he does have some of the best range closers in the game. So one of the ways is to pick your moment, close the range with the super dashing elbow. It lands counter hit, you get a big combo.
Yeah, and obviously something you have to be very aware of, the ever-present threat of that shoulder from Akira as well. If that hits counter hit, that chunks for, you know, 60-70% in some situations. And sometimes that's all he needs, genuinely. Like, he can change the pace of a round off of one solid counter hit. But Bamboo doing a great job of keeping Wireman at bay.
Yeah, and you see it in that last round, he was able to get into Flamingo and guess correctly. You saw a bunch of counter hits there from Flamingo, and Sarah just keeps going.
Nice, good block on the string there. Gets the throw now. Now, Wireman seems to be doing a better job this game of slowing down the pace a little bit. That's where Akira wants to be.
Yeah, and that's it.
And again, interesting there, we saw he got the full charge on that option there, was able to still get the combo. Nice launcher here from King of Bamboo, now pushing Wireman back towards this stage edge. Of course, we were talking about how unusual this is, having one solid wall and 3 open. very rarely does the wall in this stage actually come into play. Most people play for the ring out.
Yeah, and the ring out is like you can turn a 50% combo, a damage combo into a 100% damage combo, so it's always your best option. But wall is a close second.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the time, some people will even play very defensively on an open stage just to back themselves towards the wall, just so because they're just fishing for back throw, or they're fishing for you to overcommit, sidestep. And again, like you said, you can convert 50% into 100%. You can convert a jab into 100% if you've got the right positioning.
Yeah, and how I would look at it is once you're in the game, your life bar is a resource. So once you get ahead, you have to use it in the right way. Stay in the middle of the stage, don't take any risks. But King of Bamboo is able to take it there. Strong performance.
You did the original console release again?
I think it was like 2006.
Was it?
Yeah, it's like 20 years now.
And I think what Final Showdown was like 2011.
Yeah, or 2012.
20, yeah, somewhere in that realm. But again, VF5 has had a couple of iterations, has been around for a very long time. Redline, incredibly experienced. You see they're sponsored by his own wife.
Yeah, and he actually really good punish from that 6 PP. He's actually using his frames appropriately.
Nice, the Shining Wizard there for Salt Bad Guy, but the get up low from Redline closes it out there.
Round 2. Ready?
And now, again, training stage, an interesting one. It goes between 4 solid walls and open stage between rounds.
Yeah, I would say this is the fairest stage because you get a bit of both.
I think, unlike the snow stage, this one actually stays the same size.
It does expand a bit when...
oh, sorry, it's the white line there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is actually much smaller. I'm telling lies.
The difference between the two is I think one starts with the wall and one starts
Yeah.
open.
I think the snow starts open, this starts with wall, if I'm not mistaken. But here we go, Redline now, a little bit of stance dancing himself with the cancels there. 2 rounds up right now. Can Salt Bad Guy close the gap?
Big launcher there at the start of the round, but he didn't quite finish the combo one.
Nice, the Shining Wizard yet again. What's the break on that? Is that forward or back?
It's a catch throw, so there is no break. If it catches you, it catches you. It can even defeat attacks, unlike a normal throw. So it's just a matter of timing. Can you hit him out of it before he does something?
Big damage here again, and I like that. The delay there from Redline. He completely beat the defensive call out from Salt Bad Guy.
Yeah. He chose a really strong option there. That was also half circular, so it prevents his opponent from getting away from the wall. And look at that, when someone's turning to you with the mask on and asking, what do you want to do?
And doing that as well, after swinging his neck back and forth, it's like, how intimidating is that, genuinely? I've not had the pleasure of sitting down for a tournament with Redline. Man's just dashing, doing 3-3.
Just crouch dashing towards him menacingly.
Okay, yeah, just chipping away here at the Wolf. Wolf, obviously a very strong character in his own right, but I would say, compared to the Sarah, obviously wants to be much closer, which is scary when you are facing down Akira.
Yes, absolutely. And his whole game plan is to be in your face, making you guess, but Akira's options in the guess are so strong that it's like, you have to question, do you really want to be there as a Wolf player?
Nice get up low there, manages to catch Redline's jump in, but there we go, the 6K, keeping it simple.
Ready, go!
Okay, tried for a little parry there, did Redline, but no punish on the whip from Salt Bad Guy. Again, a little rattle right now, I think. This is big damage and gets the wall splat there.
Big counter hit launches into combos, 1 choice left, and that's the 9K.
That's the 9K,
talking about.
the excellent 2 games straight there for Redline.
Well played both, but Redline takes it.
And again, obviously no shade to Salt, but that was, I would like to say, probably the expected.
A lot of the players,
There we go.
especially the experienced guys, are playing each other quite long.
The peep this 9K again, he's calling his shot. Oh, he tried it. He tried the 9K to open the round, and Median immediately stuffs it. Nice stuff there. Tried it again. We saw just a 2P there from Median. You mentioned this earlier, that 9K now is minus 13. You can get more than that, but Median, I think, perhaps too used to how it used to be.
Yes, that's the thing. When you change the frames on a move, it's like, how quickly can you get used to it? If that was 9K, that would also have been a hit there as well. So he's really forcing the issue with that 9K.
Yeah, and you see Redline, I think, just for fun, kind of warming up the hands, trying to get ready for that knee. Obviously, a very scary option that Akira has, and again, would be quite good into Leifei specifically if he's relying a lot on that punch parry. But Median now trying to get the ring out here.
That should be it.
Yes, he will.
Gets him out of the ring.
And something that's so, it doesn't come up often, but for those who aren't familiar, you have to be careful when you are getting a ring out from a high juggle as well, because sometimes you can actually overextend and ring yourself out before they land outside of the ring.
Yeah, so you do have to be conscious of how you're pushing them out the ring as well, because if you push yourself out before they actually hit the floor.
Yeah, no, and I think R.E.V.O obviously actually has a couple tools that can do that. The lunge punch is he's very prone to accidentally sending himself away, and I think it's telling that we haven't really seen Median go for that option because it's 4 open walls.
Yeah. And also, Redline's not giving him very much space. He's dashing at him quite insistently. He's keeping it into that range of Kira lights right in front of R.E.V.O's face.
Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. Good sidestep from Redline, but luckily for Median, there wasn't much of a punish.
Whoa.
There's the shoulder.
And he can't sit back in that.
And again, sometimes you just got to let him know. All right, again, that's high damage in normal situations. If it counter hits, it's genuinely like you have just been shot.
Yeah, yeah. Akira does have to earn it. It's not the fastest move, and to get the big damage, you need to be quite deep and needs to be from the side. But when it lands, it's a big impact.
And a lot of the situations as well, it's almost a read, really. It's kind of it's anticipating that you are already pressing a button. Okay, a bit of dancing here from Median, trying to confuse Redline. Redline happy to just stand there for a minute and throw out an elbow. There's the shoulder yet again.
Fishing for that shoulder.
Yeah, and that's 3 for 3 now. Redline perhaps has a little bit of a read on Median's timing. Good throw break from Median, and there again, 4 for 4. No, okay, the kick shuts down Redline, and that's important.
And he was
for
going
Median.
for that 9K again. That's why he got picked.
Nice parry. There we go. You talked about those punch sabakis. That is going to be an ever-present threat if Median can get that stance going.
And that's punishable.
Good throw. Back turn now. Okay, good step on the lunge, but no time for the shoulder. And the low.
At the moment, I think Median's establishing his range a bit more. He's not quite so in his face. That's giving him a bit more time to express himself.
Nice sidestep elbow there. Just trying to keep the plus frames up here as Redline, but Median doing an excellent job of controlling the pace here in game 2.
Yeah, and it's one of them stances he's just gone into there where you kind of have to wait and read what he's going to do.
Okay, big launcher here. Doesn't quite get the kill, but gets the grounded hit afterwards. Wake up mid-kick, though, for Redline. Keeps him alive. Wants to try and close this out 2-0. Median, potential game point here to tie up the set, though.
A lot of momentum on Redline's side at the moment.
Yeah, that throw there from Akira, of course, he actually does get a combo follow-up, but Redline didn't quite get the full damage.
That's guaranteed as well.
Nice, shoves him out of the air again fishing for that 9K. Okay, just, 5K, sometimes a simple kick can shut down people's options, and now we're tied up in rounds. Median needs this to stay alive. If Redline can take the round, however, that will be the set. Okay, there we go. There are the strings. R.E.V.O putting the pressure on, and he shoves out the 9K yet again. Median stays alive, ties up the set, 1 game apiece.
So it's really interesting adaptation from Median there, because he was establishing his range more, and he was also filling up the space with buttons. So he made it a lot harder. He's earning a lot of counter hits from Redline there.
Yeah, excellent adaptation from Median. Now trying to back off again, bait some options, good sidestep there, and that's what you like to see. There's where the real VF starts to begin, when people are sidestepping each other back and forth. Now, good option there from Redline to shut down that potential comeback. Takes the first round here.
One big difference is this stage is a lot tighter now. So Median doesn't have the space to get away from the Akira. He might have to fight from that pocket now.
Yeah, no, but you mentioned it earlier. This is where Median wants to be when R.E.V.O has your back to the wall, especially when you're in that corner wedge. It can be very, very scary because he has so many oppressive options and you don't have the space to move away from it.
Yeah. He's got really good options to start a wall combo. So once you're back to the wall, you're highly at risk.
Yeah, no, good shove there. Nice. Now Median trying to fight his way out, bring us back to center stage. But again, how close you already are to the next wall. This octagonal stage is so dangerous. Gets the throw. Playing space now, you would have to imagine. 2P into another throw again. And that has been a few times now. Median seems to have found gaps where Redline isn't quite ready for the throw break.
Yeah, he's just forcing the guess from that 2P and then he's taking the neutral throw.
Ooh, the whiff there from Redline. He mistimed that.
And now Median's back to the wall, so he's got to be very careful as well. Akira's no slash himself when it comes to the wall though.
Nice sidestep, and the sidestep right back. Again, the defense adaptations from both players. Are we going to get a final round here?
Great evade from Median.
And the throw! Median now, we are going into round 5 here.
Final round.
2P trades back and forth. So tense. Sidestep again. That's the 3rd time we've seen that exact interaction, but it's nice every time. And the throw gets the wall splat. Follow-up guaranteed. And the throw not quite dead.
Next hit does it, Median,
and
he
the
takes
whiff
it.
on the get-up kick.
Well played,
Beautiful
both.
stuff from Median. Takes it 2 games to 1 over Redline. And again, obviously, Median, very good player, but you said it yourself, Redline, in most people's estimations, would have been expected to come out of this pool on the winners. So a lot of really annoying Kage tools that don't do a lot of damage, but it makes you frustrated, which makes you make worse decisions.
Yes.
And Kage is excellent at taking advantage of that because for all of that lack of damage on those interactions, he has the 10-foot toss. There it is. And this, well, from here, you can just delete your life bar like you're seeing. Look at that damage. And there we go. He actually called out that whiff, but he wasn't quite in range to punish it. Now, King of Bamboo on the back foot.
And this stage does actually favour Kage a lot because he's got the ring out options and he's also got the 10-foot toss into the wall, which is a huge amount of damage from nearly anywhere.
And the scary thing there as well, right, as the Kage player, everyone is looking for 10-foot toss, so it gives him almost free reign to do the back throw.
Yes, back throw is absolutely free. As a player against Kage, you can't really risk getting 10-foot toss because that could be the match. So back throw is easy. But you see, he takes it there with a huge wall combo as well, so he's got those options as well, not just the throws.
And it's such a, again, it's such an interesting dichotomy for the character. The running sliced bread off the wall. I didn't know he did a wrestling move, but that's really funny.
Yeah. He's got all the options in terms of throws. He's got a wall throw, he's got a throw with back to wall as well. Dangerous character. King of Bamboo, strong round.
Yeah, no, trying to shut down this momentum here. But again, like we were saying, such an interesting dichotomy here for Kage. Again, he can be very annoying and chip away at you, or he can absolutely chunk you. It just depends on what he wants to do. But now, King of Bamboo, massive life deficit, has to poke his way out, play this slow, not overcommit to anything.
Oh, so he dropped the just frame there, but he is doing a really good job of filling up the frames and being tight at the moment.
Nice, yeah, but Faded
fights through it.
Yeah, finds the gap there, takes game 1. I wonder, you'd have to imagine we will see a stage change,
Absolutely.
and we will, yeah. Again, you don't want to be on that taco. Now, the square, probably a little bit more beneficial for Sarah just with that additional range to play with those long legs. Of course, half walls, similar to the ankle walls we saw earlier, can be, depending on who you are and what you want out of your combo game, they can either be a hindrance or a help.
Yeah, and Kage has that 10-foot toss option, and he can get you out from about half ring with the right combo. So again, you have to be very careful.
Not as scary because of the half wall, but again, if he's ready for it, if he knows his routing, which I'd imagine Faded does, still a present threat.
Yes, always.
Nice 2P, and there, 2P right back again. It's such an interesting part of the neutral game. 2P on hit obviously is plus, but if you do anything too slow, the other player can choose to fire their own 2P right back, and Faded got away with it there.
Yeah, a big part of learning the game is actually how to close off your opponent's options after 2P's landed, and how to respond when a 2P hits you, because it will, as a player, you will always get hit by a 2P eventually, but then what do you now do, and what are your options?
Yeah, no, and a big thing, obviously, I think the barrier for a lot of newer players is, of course, when they block 2P, they don't realize how advantageous that is for them, you know? 9 times out of 10, if you go against someone who wants to do 2P, you can do 6P in the middle, but, again, both these players very experienced, they're using it sparingly, and they're using it in the middle to interrupt. There's the 10-foot toss yet again.
The ring out, oh, didn't quite get it, but it was close.
Indeed, and now Faded, big damage here, wall carry, King of Bamboo is in a rough spot, potentially going to lose here, and it looks like they may. Faded finds the launch and closes it out. Consistent damage. Kage, again, an absolute monster in the right hands.
Really strong showing from Faded there.
All right, Faded 2-0 will be moving on to the winners final of this pool to meet Median. Leifei versus Kage, and again, we have 4 walls here. These are breakable, but I would have to imagine in this scenario, because of it being breakable walls, it would favor Kage.
Yeah, for sure. You see that opening up with the Yomi Hagakure Ryu stance as well, which is a rarity. Faded, we got a bunch of sessions last night, and an aggressive and quite scary Kage, for sure.
Yeah, no, we saw him use the character to great effect earlier. We were discussing what you had mentioned previously, where he likes to use a lot of very tricky, very annoying little options, but we haven't really seen him doing too much of it. He's been quite aggressive and really popping off on the damage front. Excellent here for round 2. This is looking to be a quick game 1 here if Faded keeps up this pace.
I was going to say, you know he's feeling himself when you see the Sonic spins come out straight away. That was the first thing he did then.
All right, now carrying to the wall here is Median. Unfortunately, yeah, flips himself over there. I don't think that was intentional. The forward roll there from Faded threw off.
That is the fear with Leifei. You are committing to some quite odd and significant interactions that can end you up in the wrong side of things.
Nice, and the back throw here, drop him on his head. Faded takes game 1 in quick fashion, and I believe we'll probably get a stage switch.
I think so. I mean, there's a risk, though, going up against a Kage with a stage switch. Are you going to get one of those shorter stages where a 10-foot toss is all that he needs?
Yeah, because we saw that, just how scary he can be on something like a taco. But again, still scary here with the half fence. So obviously from about half stage, as Marley was saying, Kage is still capable of ringing you out with 10-foot from about half stage. It is a little harder with the half wall though, because again, similar to the ankle one we saw earlier, it can stop a lot of very traditional ring out carry.
Absolutely. Here we're seeing possibly a little bit more from Melee, slowing things down, managing that pace. Faded will adapt to that, I'm sure, but
Round 2.
let's see what Median has for him.
Ready, go!
Okay, buttons into buttons.
Nice interrupt there. Catches him in the air. Median now slowing it down. Didn't seem to be confident in the conversion at the wall, so just kind of backed up for a moment to reevaluate.
Yeah, this is where you need to be worried. Just managed to stay alive.
Okay, the knee there now.
Knockout!
All right, Faded, tying it back up in rounds. Again, bit of back and forth here. Median obviously stemmed the flow a little bit in round 1, but Faded not letting him get anything going.
I think that's going to be the key here for Median is can he control the pace? And it is. If you see someone coming at you confidently, you have to accept it sometimes rather than try to steer it. And I think that's the case with Faded. Let him run away and then take advantage of that.
Yeah, again, it's kind of that thing of like use someone's own momentum against them. Let him make a mistake. Do something committal. Sidestep that if you can. But now, Median taking a lot of damage here. This is potential set point here for Faded to make it through to top 8.
Of course, with Virtua Fighter, that much of a life bar is not a lot.
It's a tall order, and he found just a counter hit jab there on the aerial option.
And a Noha rapid final.
Not even an aerial option. He counter hit him out of stance, which put him into a launch state. The town from what we were on about earlier with the who is the Bakanawa killer, but potential influence there on the style, of course. So Jeff versus Lau. I'm not sure what this is like, generally speaking, on a character matchup level. I would have to imagine this would favor Lau.
I think what Lau's going to be able to do here is that hesitancy, that switching into Koke stance, making him doubt himself whether Jeffrey wants to commit quite hard. Yeah, Lau can read that and capitalize on that. Speaking of Cry earlier, about sort of the latest patches, obviously Jeffrey's a big winner of the recent patch. He's quite happy with the state of Lau at the moment, which is nice to hear. I think when everyone sees a patch, they always talk about the things that are taken away. He's definitely seeing Lau has a full range of options that he can.
Yeah, it's like, oh cool, here's this new thing my character can do. But Fry firmly in the driver's seat so far, 2 rounds straight here. And again, didn't need the ring out, but had that not killed already, would have gotten the ring out as well. So Cry looking quite comfortable so far.
absolutely. Jeffrey grabbing some of those lows there.
Nice launcher there, and again, solid little bit of damage. Of course, Cry is having to adjust these routes here for Jeffrey. Jeffrey, of course, is a heavyweight character, and again, being that size, your normal routes don't work. Jeffrey tends to fall to the ground faster.
Yeah, there's a big question of how much homework have you done. It works both ways. Sometimes a lighter character things don't work on as well, and they can float out of it. You'll see Kages occasionally have a bit of an odd weight balance, but yeah, with Jeffrey, you often have to change your routes. He's going to enjoy that. If you drop that juggle, he can roll out and punish you for it.
Absolutely. Now, we got a stage change here. Of course, it was random, but we are onto a taco.
I think Lau likes a taco personally.
Oh, yeah? Quick to the wall, quick to the damage.
Yes, absolutely. And he's got some very scary wall combos if you give him the chance.
And there's the ring out, didn't even need it. And again, it was interesting. We saw Goose kind of roll to the right there to get away from that wall, and Cry didn't even bother trying to readjust. He was like, okay,
let me help you.
Let me help you. Let's just go that way.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think this is again quite a scary place for a timid Jeffrey. I think we can see some confidence come out here. We might see a bit of a recovery.
Yeah, and I think something we're seeing here from Goose, and like you said, that may just be the experience coming into play. Not really trying to enforce any of those scary tools from Jeff, that kind of charge kick to get those plus frames going, get the mix with the grab. Again, obviously, ooh, the running.
It was an attempt, though.
Yeah, running crossbody attempted there, not quite going to connect. 2 rounds up here is Cry, and potential set point as well. Goose needs to make something happen now. And again, try and establish that throw game. You know, people need to be afraid of Splash Mountain. Make them afraid.
Yes, definitely. And again, when we're talking about in a meta where people want to crouch a lot and things like that, Jeffrey can get into that game, right, and then really capitalize on that as well.
Yeah, of course, obviously has very strong mids, good launcher options. He also has crouch throws as well to punish you for trying to crouch.
Yeah, he did remember to guard well.
See, Wolf wants to make you scared, establish the throw mix-up. If you have the throw breaks ready, Go can just as easily apply that same game right back. And we saw it.
Oh, this is Ashen North. Have we misread?
Oh.
So,
you were so convinced that one of those guys was Johnston.
I saw the ponytail and it is a wolf.
Never mind. Ash Kaiser, not. Take everything we said and just apply it to these names instead. Not on the go and Ash Kaiser on the wolf.
So Nort, big personality from the Scottish scene, was really dominant in Street Fighter V and has recently picked up Virtua Fighter, but he's the kind of person where a year is a long time for him. Give him time to study, he is extremely good. So
Nort closed out the round there with the PKP. And again, so scary can just the regular string be if you're not ready for it. And there we see that 3KP as well. Got the stagger, so it was counter hit. And now Nort just running down Ash Kaiser here. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Obviously, Wild Wolf can establish this throw mix. Go, very, very scary. Again, Go plays an incredibly simple game, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the power.
Snap meta finish there from Ash Kaiser. Wolf, like we were saying before, good tournament character in general. Doesn't really matter where he sits on a tier list. He's going to get you thinking about grabs, and then you have to deal with it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And there we go. The choke coming out from Nort. That back throw. Now, good knockdown into the elbow here from Ash Kaiser. Gets the running shoulder. And again, when you start ducking for the grab, that's where the mids come in. And the spine buster. Ash Kaiser got the mix going now into the cutter. There we go. 2 rounds apiece. And this is a very competitive game one.
Good to see, and again, like I say, good to see Nort pick this up so quickly. He'll be very comfortable in the mix, very comfortable under pressure, just from his past experience with other games.
Spine buster yet again, and there we go, establishing the plus frames here. Now, not fighting out, got the launch, finished that with the 4-6 string, and now the stunner.
Okay,
Counter hit 6K, and that is a launch.
Sometimes you've just got to wait, you know, and that was what made it for him there.
Yeah, it was so interesting there from Nort. Kind of just stopped for a minute, to have a think, wait to see what, you know, your opponent wants to do. Ash Kaiser did press, didn't do anything advancing though, and that kind of gave Nort the room to throw out that 6K to stuff the option.
It's one of those things, it can hurt and hinder at the same time, but like Okazeme in this game, being on top of them, making sure that you're seen on top, sometimes doesn't work for you, sometimes just having to deal with as much danger of someone getting up. But
Oh, finds the crouch throw. There we go, and drops him on his head now.
Round 2.
Ash Kaiser taking round 1 here in game 2. Finds the kick there, not trying to back away. Gets spun.
we're going to see
V.S.F.
more and more unique throws here as Ash Kaiser gets more comfortable, I think, with
And
the
the thing
material.
is, we're just seeing this, you know, spine buster, the generic, work so consistently. And what you always have to wonder there is, right, it's so, I was going to be so quick to say, oh, not breaking. For all we know, Not might be breaking.
Yeah.
He might just be expecting that Ash is going to change the other direction, but it's just been spine buster after spine buster. 2 in a row. Speaking of the devil, he tried for a third, I think.
We saw it. We saw the start of
And
the
again, the spine buster. Ash Kaiser takes game 2, ties up the set.
Making
And
a statement there.
Making a statement, but again, we talked about this earlier. If you aren't going to stop me, I'm going to keep doing it. And Ash has seen this, right? He's not getting broken when he's going for that throw, so keep doing it.
I
All
think
right.
this might actually be a grudge match, come to think of it. I think these two were first and second in May or something.
Burning hammer to close it out.
So they might know each other's game already from Scotland.
Okay, nice. Finds the launcher there. That 3 people's K. Not the most common move for Go, but very powerful when it lands. A
the
second
F5s
burning
are out.
hammer. All right, there we go. That 1 people's K launch. Oh, nice. And the guard
guard
break.
break,
Beautiful
that's great to
stuff.
finish.
A big call outs there from Nod. That was kind of what won him the round there. He had to fight off a massive life deficit, and he just started throwing haymakers. Sometimes that's what you got to do. There we go. Establishing that mid pressure into the choke.
Oh.
Gets the Superman
Hard
punch.
read on the way kick there. That's good to see.
And again, the trip guard there with the kick as well. Not now. Trying to turn up the pace. Just bury Ash Kaiser in buttons. Not give him an opportunity to get that throw game off the ground.
You can keep this momentum up. I think this is all he's going to need. But yeah, I think great first turnout on stream for Mo.
Ooh, big launch there with the knee. Nice, gets the damage. But we're just
here we
waking
go.
up and throwing a launcher. No, takes it 2 games to 1. Excellent stuff.
That'll be a big confidence boost for him. And like I say, once he's got that kind of stuff behind him, he was
Mask on.
right.
He started mask
already
on.
knew.
He had it ready to go. So I was going to say, you know, now he has the mask off. Is this him perhaps lacking a bit of confidence, or is this him, you know, is this full power, I am now paying attention red line?
That's it. He's trying to avenge me as a fellow Akira. Like I say, Dims was the one who eliminated me from this tournament.
Counter hit 6K there, will find its mark. Big damage there for Go. And again, that 6K, such an oppressive tool.
A good matchup, these two characters as well, I think, in that they have similar tools. They like to play in a similar way, but obviously visually and functionally they get different things out of it.
Yeah, distinct in different ways. I think, like, again, if you were to try and put it down to something, it'd be that. Obviously, everyone has a grab game. Go, I would say, between these two, a little bit more of one. A lot of this game plan can be placed around it, but now Redline pushing Dims to the wall, not where you want to be.
No, definitely not. And just Redline in general practices a lot at the wall.
Yeah.
He's yeah, you will see 100% damage combos in some games with him. Scary dude. And here we go. He didn't even do his safe one. He just went for exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, no, that was nice there from Redline. I think I saw a bit of a sigh of relief. 1 round apiece now, gets that counter hit elbow. We will be going to the wall. You see Dims immediately rolling to the left there to get away.
No, definitely. And doesn't help him too much yet, because like I say, Akira still on top of you after that kind of stuff. Good Oki pressure.
Okay, commits to the 3KP there, but not quite the punish there from Redline.
No, he was finishing the strings actually. That's a big commitment. Oh, you seeing the fuzzies?
Yeah, no, you saw there Redline holding the guard and ducking. That was to potentially look for a low or duck a throw.
Round 4.
And I think, yeah, very, very fair to go against to go with that.
Nice just backdash launcher there from Dims. I like that. Again, just trying to catch him out.
Double
Okay.
side steps.
Launch there with the palm. And now Redline, I think, just trying to advance on Dims here. Control this space, not giving him room. Gets the throw.
Love a bit of a battle in the middle from position though like this. You should see the box and the side steps, but yeah, Redline closes that out.
Yeah, no, played it slow there towards the end. Kind of, again, just kind of staggering out his options. burying Dims in that pressure. And every time I think we saw Dims take the advantage, it was because he created a little bit of space and he caught Redline trying to come in. So I think Redline identified that, playing a much closer game, gets the side turn, but beautiful break there from Dims.
And his first 9K of the match, you will see them come out with Redline as well.
Yeah. Earlier, I don't know if you caught it, he was holding up a phone to the camera that said, keep this 9K. And he hasn't done that yet either. So I think, you know, he's obviously focusing up a little bit more right now. He's not playing.
That's his combo of choice. When he's doing that, he's got a game on.
Okay.
It was a triple dash to take him up to the wall at the beginning there.
Yeah, which is interesting. One, a lot of confidence from Redline, but of course Dims perhaps a little scared. If you're, that was like what, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Dims is now afraid after that first game loss.
And I mean, this is it. He doesn't have to do much but push a button at that point. And, yeah, that's Tekken style fear.
Yeah, I just saw Dims laughing there, a bit shocked at how much of a mauling that was. Can't see it, but the stage in the foreground, or sorry, the wall in the foreground, there it is visible now. It was broken at the end there, so a potential ring out is available, but it doesn't look like we're going to see it. We got the stagger and the damage here at the other wall.
He wants to break another wall, I think. That's what he's going to try and do before the end of this match.
9K, not quite the kill. Okay, tried fuzzies into the crouch throw attempted from Dims. Redline's just standing there looking at him. He gets the back throw with the hip toss now, trying to back out, create space. 4-6P attempted, commits to the down forward 1-1, not quite going to get it.
This is good behavior from
And the guard break into the elbow. I like that. Yeah, like you said, Redline absolutely rock solid there at the end, just stood there. Because, again, Dims was playing afraid at that point. He was kind of just throwing things at the wall.
Yeah.
But Redline, there's no way this guy isn't picking the pro wrestler.
Oh, no. And Wolf has featured in some wrestling games. If you've ever seen All Japan Pro featuring Virtua on the Sega Saturn and Zen Neon. But yeah, Broly has done well in the past, finished third last versus fight.
If memory serves, actually, I think Minoru Suzuki may have actually done some mocap for Virtua Fighter at some point in his history. So that's a really cool little bit of lore. But Fry takes a dominant round 1.
Oh, it is Johnston. Okay, right.
The scores not updating in real time. We do apologize, Johnston.
No.
Sorry, scores on bracket more so is what I was referring to there.
Yeah.
Start GG sometimes can take a little bit to update. We do apologize for spreading lies and misinformation. But Johnster tying it up here.
So yeah, Johnster, again, big veteran, has been around for a long time. Probably not as long as Crowd, but close, you know. So I think should see a battle of experience here.
And we saw he went for that running, the running stance there, and immediately cancelled it into the jump back. And that's something we've seen earlier. Again, some people don't really like to test themselves with the reactions on the wake-up option. They do prefer to just jump back, see if they can force a whiff.
If you're in doubt, it's a good option, absolutely.
Again, especially when you're low. The throw here from Lau, big choke slam to the big man, but now big damage there on the ground. Drop kick.
Wrestling moves too. Try in a hurry here, yep.
All right, and that was a quick game 1 there for Pride.
Sounds like they want to go back to stage. No? Okay.
All right, and a quick rematch as well. This is kind of something I always find interesting, especially in a game this fast. People don't give themselves a moment to breathe. You know, don't take a sip of water. They're not thinking.
No, they're in the kitchen the whole time in Virtua Fighter, so it's a familiar scenario. But I think if you get the chance, taking a moment, even going back to character select, going back to stage select, it does help you out.
But nice aggressive start here from Johnster. We've seen multiple throws connect thus far. He got the knockdown earlier into the lariat, and it's just been all Johnster so far. Cry trying to chip away at him. Lost frames and the.
I do like the big. Butterfly kick there as well to finish.
I think there was a lot of confidence from Cry there. I think he did 2P and then committed to that flip kick there.
Yeah.
Again, a dangerous situation to put yourself in. Now tosses Johnster to the side, gets a guard break there and a full launch as well. Big damage here.
I don't know if we've mentioned yet, but if you're seeing blue stuff and purple stuff, that means they're in danger.
And he just tosses the big man over his shoulders. Lau. Doesn't matter if he's dying, he's still gonna, he's gonna throw some hands.
What I was hoping to see here was Johnster taking advantage of that giant swing on this stage, because again, it can be
Burning Hammer connects, and look at the damage on that. You can't take many of those. And now, oh, counter hit, and he gets the pile driver here as well. I don't even know what to call that pile driver, but he drops him on his head.
Well read though. I think he's starting to see that sideways movement from Cry and capitalize, get a little bit of, get some of those circulars out.
Oh, okay, the chokeslam yet again, and now Johnster, big life deficit to try and make up, but he won't get the opportunity. Excellent there from Cry, 2 games straight, and Johnster will be out there, I believe.
Yeah. Is this from losers? Or?
I'm not 100%. Was that losers or winners?
Oh, sorry, no, this was winners.
That was winners? All right, no, never mind. Johnster's still in it.
Still alive. Oh, and like you said, I think when you come into Virtua Fighter, there is this temptation to go out and make a statement and show the old heads who you are and all of the rest of it. So we'll see how they do here. Picking an Eileen up against Nose Gold.
A firm Eileen truther, but there we saw that 6-6G from, and the crouch throw call out, not on him one right now.
Oh, definitely. And this octagon, high pressure in general for anyone going up against an Eileen if they can get into that wall.
Nice sidestep there, and I like that delayed 6-6 P plus K there as well. Not everything that connected that round was just, I know what you're going to do next.
You see what I mean though? He's not played a long time. He gets it. You can tell he gets it.
And you saw the attempt at the charge there from Naught. Again, a fully charged, that can be a guard break, but Neon K was able to evade it and found amazing damage as a result. Now, again, that special throw is so good. For those who aren't aware, if you are stepping, that throw will catch you.
The sneaky double leg, yeah, absolutely.
Round 3.
Neon feeling very comfortable there. When you start to see that styling and movement in a game that doesn't often offer a lot of dashing outside of your side steps and things like that.
And now commits to the mid-ender there on that string. So a lot of goes, a lot of new Go players will actually go for the grab ender on that string, the 4-6 P plus K, because it can lead you into Go's kind of clinch. It can give you the throw mix-up, but a lot of people know that you're looking for that. So ending with the mid sometimes, even though it's very risky on block, it can be excellent for free damage and a potential wall splat. But gets the, got the stagger there, but excellent jiggle out from Neon K, was ready for it.
Yeah, that's a die-in trade, as we're being told at the moment. It's getting out of stagger effectively.
Yeah, it remains to be seen how relevant that is moving into the future. But here we go, whips a 1P there, and nice, okay. Or sorry, 3P rather. And now gets the full string. Naught now seems to be comfortable, has found the timing, and as I say that, Neon K sidestep launch.
There's a way out, and Eileen will find it for sure, you know?
Yeah, there we go. I like that, slowing it down. Nice, P plus K stuffs that aerial option there.
I love that check on the aerial for sure.
And there was a lot of stuff there. It's something you saw. We were seeing not a lot do 3P, kind of single 3P guard cancel just to see what Neon K was doing.
Yeah.
The second Neon K sidestepped it, immediately just threw 2 6P elbows. Yeah. It's just like, oh, you want a jab. You want a jab. All right, you saw their counter hit, got the crouch throw, which transfers into that clinch yet again, but Neon K had the read, got the throw break, but Naught still massive life lead right now.
Yeah, I think what I'd like to see from Naught is just to take a little bit of a breather though. This is, I worry that
okay.
Yeah, Neon's gonna figure this out quite fast. Like you said, there's a bit of a greed game that goes with Go. These are the things I like.
Yeah, it can be a little feast or famine in ways where it's like, he doesn't have to play a fast game, but if he chooses to and it keeps working, it's very difficult to stop him.
Yes, very true. Ready? Even out there from Neon K, and someone else's turn at the wall.
The Sabaki, and now gets the back turn throw as well. Beautiful optimization there off of that back turn juggle conversion. Nice interrupt with the 6P, floats out the aerial option, and again, Eileen
trying it.
Can be, there we go, the 3P catches again.
Just behave.
2P whip. Nice sidestep K there. Naught again almost got caught out for being greedy, but again just keeps finding these openings. But the big thing that Naught is doing that is working so well is consistently floating these aerial options from Eileen.
Yeah, this battle of nerves really working for Naught at the moment.
Backdash 4-6P. And nice there from Neon K, finds the shoulder, staying alive. trying to stem the flow here a little bit. Back dash into charge. Not feeling himself, man.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got to try some stuff, though. He's got to show some different moves, a bit of diversity in order to get away from Leon Reed.
Generic throw, and that's what I was going to say. We haven't really seen Not try to establish the regular standing throw game, but Neon K there takes the game. All right, and now Not having a bit of a think. And it looks like we're just going to rematch. We're going to stay here. Again, stage hasn't really been too relevant of a factor, it seems.
No, it's been interesting today. Everyone's been boxing in the center, and yeah, it's an odd choice. There is a lot of stages to choose from. I think even from a mental aspect, playing Eileen on Eileen's stage, you don't want to be there, you know. To amuse it.
A big round here from Not. We saw again what the comment was from me. The last game was not really establishing the throw game so much. We saw that early choke into the big K plus G, but now
for the game, yeah.
I believe that whole string is guaranteed once the first hit connects. Is that right?
Got a deal, yeah.
Oh no, okay, now the Eileen pressure coming down from Neon K. Sidestep K attempted from Not, but Neon K was ready. Seen it one too many times.
Not's got to really dig deep now. See if he can pull 3 back.
All right, 2 rounds straight now. Neon K.
But it is a fast game. It is a game where you can pick up momentum quite fast. Not can pull this back. Let's see how he goes.
Nice throw break. And there we go. Gets the special throw again. A little bit of a launch.
I do like the double leg.
There we go. 3P guard cancel into the back throw.
In a way,
no. Tried the trip, got launched, and there we go. Neon K closes it out 2-1. Very strong performance from both players.
Yeah, that's a shame though. It felt like in a way Note was just getting started. I think mostly because of the YouTube tutorials and things. So if I start talking passionately about Virtua Fighter, it's like, wow, he talks like that in real life. It's not just a thing. So yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have the content voice, you know?
I think so. We've all got that cadence at this point.
All right, but here we go. It looks like we have an L Blaze up here.
Is this our first L Blaze?
It will be Day Lizard and Brawly, like you were saying. So,
yes.
The real Brawly this time.
The real Brawly.
Not Johnster.
That does mean we're still in N.
Yeah, pool N, loser side here right now. Big launch there for Brawly. But L Blaze, we haven't really gotten to see much of today. A very interesting character. L Blaze is probably, you mentioned, you know, the stagger earlier. L Blaze probably one of the biggest stagger merchants in the game. I think if you're not ready for a lot of his options, he can really catch you off guard.
Yeah, certainly. And one of the things that they did recently in Virtua Fighter is took away a volume of staggers for each character. Not all of them.
No.
But I think with L Blaze, it has left some of his favourite tools intact. And yeah, we'll probably see some of that in this game.
I think realizing as well how big of a part of his game plan it was, because L Blaze, while he has some very tricky options, he does suffer in a way from what we were talking about earlier. One of the lightest characters in the game. It is very easy to kill L Blaze off of pretty much any launcher.
He will float, he will spin, and yeah, juggles follow.
All right, but Brawly controlling the pace of this game completely thus far with the Akira. Nice patience there, slowing it down a little bit, trying to see if Day Lizard's going to react. But there's that big stagger launch and the damage. What's the follow-up? I like that. He waited for Brawly to roll. He tried for a mid there, but didn't quite catch him. So Brawly takes game 1 on the Akira.
The other thing with L Blaze, of course, very high tempo, very, very high tempo. If he starts to get his game going, if you start hearing him shout hot dog, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, no, counter hit elbow to start it there for Brawly, but beautiful step from Day Lizard. Gets the Hurricane Rana there into the wall, but Brawly able to get out, establish a little bit of that control once again.
Starting to speed up here, Day Lizard. I think we'll see, yeah, a little bit more excitement in the wall from him.
Got the wall stagger with the elbow, but because of the angle, wasn't quite able to get the combo he would wanted, I believe. And luckily for Day Lizard, was able to recover and find the hit there.
One of the few analog elements of the game still really for Virtua Fighter. A lot of things are absolute, but you can glance a wall, and if you're not ready to improvise a little bit with your wall combos, it can catch you out.
Okay, the get-up kick actually caught Brawley jumping there, floated. Daylizard, I believe, could have gotten a conversion, but wasn't quite ready for it. But he gets the stagger here, and now 2 rounds straight. We're seeing a little bit more of what we were talking about in game 1. Hellblaze establishing that tricky approach. Again, he has so many options to come in at you and then establish that stagger. If he gets rolling, it's very difficult to jump down.
Let's see what he's going to do. Short charge.
Okay,
Big
full
charge.
charge. Doesn't get a lot off of it, however.
No, unfortunately. And is he going to... Oh, see that? I think missed the down attack there.
Yeah, no, wasn't quite what he wanted, I believe. Daylizard still has the lead in this game, but Brawley is up in the set, so Daylizard needs to stay on top of him right now. The elbow catches the roll.
Catch, yeah.
Blocks the shoulder. I believe could have been more of a punish, but either way, still healthy here is Daylizard and gets a clean punish there with the PK. Nice stuff. I like this respect between the two guys, like between each game so far, the extra fist bump.
I think it works with Hellblaze. You can lose with a smile on your face against an Hellblaze because he's tried something and he's pulled it off well. But similar to what you were saying earlier, can be a Death from 1,000 Cuts character where he hits you a couple of times, you go, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
Until there's no life.
Until he hits that. 2 big openers and a quick round there for Daylizard. And again, it's interesting the shift we've seen. Excellent adaptation because game 1 was looking all Brawley.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. I think, well, even now he's still feeling quite confident, not letting Brawley get his game set up. Okay, not quite getting the counter hits that he's looking for here, Brawley. Low, easy round to flatten things out again.
Round 3.
Seeing some more even games starting to fold out.
Absolutely. Again, the back and forth between all of these players now. As we get closer and closer to this top 12, you're going to see some very stiff competition. 1 round apiece now. Set is tied up. They're both fighting tooth and nail for this. Excellent elbow to punish the whiff there and the throw. Brawley now potential set point here to try and move forward.
Just frame these as well, just to let him know.
Yeah, I can do that, by the way. I feel like every Akira who can do it reliably shows off constantly that they can do it. Just be like, yeah, I've got the games.
Yeah, but not in game.
But not in game. No, we haven't seen him do it once in the match. But no, I can do it though.
Yeah, still seeing quite a confident Daylizard, unwavered by that sort of run there from Brawley again.
Yeah, and there hasn't been a lot of throw breaks on the side of Brawley, I would say. Daylizard hasn't tried to establish the throw game too much, but I do think it has been working. Gets stuff there, actually did try and throw, but got hit with the 2P. Yeah, and there we go. Oh, not quite. Never mind, there we go. There we go, final. Gets the throw, found the low punch afterwards as well. And that will be Brawley. It's out about silly things.
We were all talking about, obviously, Virtua Fighter yesterday, and he was talking about, he's already planning what he's going to do after this. It's just kind of like, yeah, I think I'm going to go for a drive. And it was a very, very strange detachment from everyone else who was hyper-focused and excited about the Virtua Fighter.
Is that like a sleeper thing though? You know what I mean? He's trying to throw you all off guard.
Oh, I could see that being the case.
But big launch here from Neon K. I was gonna say this round started very much in Prize's favor, but Neon K managed to find the opening and now has Prize back to the wall and takes the first round. Impressive stuff here. The Eileen, obviously again, like you said, very scary with the wall, as are many characters. But in open stage, who do you think is more favored?
I think both have like good wall game, like you say. So taking the wall away for both of these is going to be a struggle. But Lau has that carry. Lau can sort of continue to push with his little sort of snake hands and things like that. So
you saw excellent step there from Cry. Actually, was making Neon K whiff towards the stage edge, but overcommitted, pressed a little too early. And again, it's very easy to extend your hurt box after the correct read.
Yeah, we have seen some weird hitbox interaction between these two characters, I would say, as well. So again, that familiarity is gonna come in clutch.
Yeah, no, now that we are on round 3, we are back to the full wall version here of the training room. Again, this shifting stage between rounds. Beautiful stuff there. Got the guard break and the launch. Not gonna quite kill, but can we find it on the Oki? Not there.
He's got the end in sight. I think Cry's just waiting for his turn. Will it come? It will not.
Nice there from Neon K. Stuffs the evasive option there. Cry, I think.
That's the first time I've seen him look concerned.
Yeah, no, I think uncharacteristically overcommitted a little bit there. And now, just going straight for the rematch, not really bothered about the stage change.
No, I think both very happy to be on this stage, both finding their way into the corner a lot and then using the proximity of the corner to go away from the wall and actually sort of capitalize on people overthinking about it. Nice to see a bit of fighting in the phone booth there, lots of side steps. But yeah, Neon K very dominant.
Round 2. Ready, go!
What can Cry do to slow this down?
Nice, the throw found here from Pride, trying to break down the defense here from Neon K, who has been very on top of it.
Very solid, very compact, and yeah, that is a hard style to get used to.
Oh, sidestep and the throw again, choke slam, and there we go, round on the board for Cry, trying to establish a little bit of momentum here to tie up the set.
Yeah, starting to step around. I think putting a little bit of space between him and Neon K might be to his benefit at the moment. But
I believe, was that a throw break there, or was that actually the animation for the throw? It's hard to tell in some situations, but regardless, there can be throws in this game where even when broken, they actually give you positional advantage.
yeah, for sure, and yeah, like you say, it's taking a throw sometimes works in your favor, sometimes doesn't.
And we're seeing a very confident looking Cry now. It seems like he's found the answer. He's finding a lot of openings with sidestep into throw game, and now
This is that carry that Lau can do.
and the back throw here again. Really strong game being established, and the ground hit Cry. Absolutely dominant game too.
You see what I mean, though? He takes you to the edge, so you start thinking about the edge, and he throws you back in the center because he knows that that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, a lot of people will do that. It looks like there was actually a miscommunication there. They're going to go to that stage change there. So Neon K did want the stage change, and it looks like we have gotten grassland here. So full walls, and they are breakable. So again, only specific attacks can actually break the wall.
Yeah. So you have to know what to do there. One of the things I like about Virtua Fighter, it's quite unique to Virtua Fighter, and you don't always see it, is the post-KO wall break. Because to me, that's you saying, not only do I know those moves, I've got plans for your next round as well.
Yeah, it's like you can get the KO on the wall spot, and then you can choose to break the wall during that round end, specifically so that you can open up the ring out as an option next game. But round 1 goes to Neon K here. Now, we did see that in game 2. Neon K opened up with round 1, but Cry came back 3 straight. Can we see that again, or has Neon K found the answer? Side guard break and the wall combo as well. Are we going to get the wall break? Oh my god, full charge. Is this dead? Not quite.
That's a lot of momentum for Neon to try and cool off.
Nice 2P there. And
Cry
I like
finding his feet.
I like that from Cry as well. You saw the 6P interrupted the throw attempt from Neon K. And again, sometimes the best thing you can do on defense isn't to try and break the throw, it's to try and make sure it doesn't happen in the first place.
Yeah, if you can't solve a problem, don't be there in the problem's way, you know?
Okay, no, that was the one we saw earlier. That is the throw animation, and now establishing both frames here is Cry. Life lead in favor of the Lau here, but again,
wonderful.
Overcommitted there did Neon K. And again, the slow sweep there, sometimes it's not a great option on its own. When you're using it as an answer to expected aggression, it's surprisingly effective.
Cry flipping between aggressive and temperate like really, really nicely. And it was, again, it looked like he was going for the wall, didn't go for it, just waited.
Wall stagger there from Neon K, doesn't quite close out the round. The 2P though, yeah, Cry I think found the 2K there was perhaps a little too passive in that scenario, but again, it's the back and forth. We are down to the final round here to decide who advances on winner's side. Throw attempted from Cry, but big answer back from Neon K. Are we getting the wall break? Not quite. Mid, good step. And again, plus frames. Okay, good delay there by Neon K, committed to the string. And the 2P yet again. Good stuff from Neon K. And again, big showmanship there. Cry, quite impressed with that. Neon K, excellent adaptation. I think after game.
Every single person here pretty much has a background and some decent places under their name in Virtua Fighter.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see, right? I think last year there was a larger bracket, but there was a lot of people exploring the game and trying it out for the first time. Here we've got Virtua Fighter players here to play Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. I'm curious now. Obviously, we saw the tests in the control settings, just confirming whether or not this is a button checker. If we're going straight into game one, we're going straight into game one.
Yeah, there was no love lost at the start of that round. I think, yeah, we are past the gentlemanly handshakes at this point.
And now R.E.V.O, interestingly, bringing out the Jeffrey here. Not what we saw previously, was on the Lao, but perhaps wanting a bit more of an aggressive attack here. And I wonder how much of this is into Solid Rose's Sarah specifically.
I think that might be the case. This might be that R.E.V.O has a plan and is looking for certain things to negate.
Of course, now excellent combo conversion there from Solid Rose. Sarah, of course, again, like we said, could be a very oppressive character with that flamingo, but has an amazing combo game as well. And I want to say, you know, when beautiful stuff.
Was not ready.
Yeah, it was not ready for that at all. Neither were we. 2 rounds straight here for R.E.V.O. But yeah, Sarah can actually optimize quite well for big body combos, I believe.
I think so. So she's got that to her favour. The thing that's working against her is that usually if things don't go well, she's finishing quite close to a very grabby character. You know?
Yeah, and we saw the excellent there, 3 rounds straight for R.E.V.O. And I believe during the course of that, only even did 1 throw. We saw the GTS come out, but again, we've been saying it all day. At some point, I need to see a Jeffrey do Splash Mountain. Just so
it's not a Virtua Fighter tournament until we see that for sure. All right, we've seen a fair share of giant swings. We've seen a fair share of all of the classics. But yeah, it would be good. The problem is you've got to get them low or thinking low in order to get that executed.
So you saw R.E.V.O got the clinch there and actually got the launch off of it as well, but wasn't able to get the conversion. But might not matter. The frog splash there. Oh my God, R.E.V.O with the fuzzy. Okay, you were saying R.E.V.O was perhaps a little not as relaxed as before. He looked pretty relaxed to me.
It's a fair point. Oh, this is, yeah, he's going stylish at this point, I think, which is, yeah, not the guy we've been talking to all weekend. I don't think I've even seen this Jeffrey all weekend. Okay, Solid Rose trying to pull some stuff back, but gets grabbed in the process.
There it is.
Now we're playing Virtua Fighter.
There's the Splash Mountain into a guard break. Not much of a conversion there. I don't know if Jeffrey actually gets a lot off of that.
Not that I'm aware of, but again, everyone's picking up Jeffrey at the moment, so we'll be learning more about Jeffrey in the coming months.
Okay, gets the clinch. There we go, launch. There's the damage he wanted last time. Good duck there from Solid Rose.
Yeah, very safe, very solid.
Converts here.
Battle of the knees between these 2 characters, of course, as well.
Ooh, immediate aggression off of that there. I would have expected R.E.V.O to back off, but not at all. 2 games straight there for R.E.V.O over Solid Rose. Solid Rose, unfortunately for them, is going home. That is them eliminated, but R.E.V.O will advance into the top 8 on the loser's side. And again, kind of a very different game plan we saw there. Not only switching off of the Lao, but like a very aggressive Jeffrey.
Yeah, it doesn't play like his
R.E.V.O is, but there we go. Now, red line.
Oh, are we starting? We are starting.
Yeah, we are starting. They've got the audio issues sorted out here for Redline's headphones, and now Redline and Raz, game 1. Breakable walls available, and Redline's starting off strong.
Yeah, like I say, you can see the thirst in his movement straight away, can't you? He likes to dash up, he likes to get close, he likes to throw elbows.
And we saw that earlier as well. Redline, particularly against you know, the previous Go match, he just started dashing at him.
Yeah.
He just started dashing at him, and I think we could see him potentially get that way again. Doing a little bit there to try and bait a wake-up, perhaps. No bite from Raz, but gets hit by the elbow, and round 1 goes in favor of Redline. And you saw there, we only had 9.5 seconds left on the clock. It is a 45-second round, and it's a quick 45 seconds.
We rarely drain it, yeah, in Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, no, it's like for how short Virtua Fighter rounds are, you'll very rarely see a timeout because people die very fast. Oh, beautiful movement there. Eventually, Redline is the one who makes the biggest call out. Raz tying it up here, 1 round apiece.
That's another thing with Redline. He knows some very specific, very clever stuff, but I think it might be one of those times where he plays it a bit safer.
Okay.
This is what I like to see. just basic jabs and plus frames into throws. Big damage off the forward throw.
Launch here.
Short combo. That trying not to push a button when sideways catches everybody at some point. Oh, he was determined to land that Rolling Thunder at some point. He's gone for it a couple of times.
And R.E.V.O now has taken the lead in this first game, 2 rounds to 1. Redline, though, finds a lot of damage. And again, we talked about this earlier. It's so quick, the change. When Akira finds his openings, he can deal so much damage in a way that just a lot of other characters can't. But it may not matter here. R.E.V.O takes game 1.
That Hail Mary touches his ankle there, not landing. Again, that is a sign of either desperation or I'm going to show someone something fun on stream. But didn't work out for him, unfortunately.
All right, here we go. Sidestep immediately there at round start from R.E.V.O, but Redline manages to stay on top of him. Get up mid kick, floats Redline out of his jump. I think that was a late attempt at jumping back to bait a wake up,
yeah,
and R.E.V.O was able to convert as well, which is amazing awareness.
Yeah, and again, it's that hitting you with the years, isn't it? R.E.V.O has seen it all. He knows what to look for.
Okay, get this throw here.
I do this safer game is going to help him, I think.
All right, throw though.
Time, yeah.
It was helping him until R.E.V.O landed that throw. And again, anyone who is familiar with Virtua Fighter knows that both of these guys are throw OSing in the middle of all of their blocks, but you can't be correct all the time. Again, you still have to guess what direction.
No, absolutely. We were talking about it before, but yeah, you're seeing a lot of crouch dashes coming from Redline where he's uncertain about that as well, where it's like, let's just avoid all of it.
Yeah,
and
now,
the risk.
As a reminder, of course, sorry, the score currently is 1-0 in favor of Razanov. So, Razanov on potential set point here to actually advance into top 8 and eliminate Redline. And it looks like that may happen in quick order.
Oh,
and there's the launch, and there we go. The ring out as well. Razanov takes it 2 games to 0 over Redline. Razanov is moving on into top 8, loser's side.
No, well played, both players. But yeah, and a red.